What's up everybody, Phantom X here, getting ready to go back into Pathfinder Online, and we are going to continue looking through their tutorials and exactly what the game has to offer at this stage. If you've watched the other two, I appreciate your time. Hopefully I am not too boring, although I bet I am. We have already done a little bit of the combat, and the episode 2 was crafting, and now we are at this guy who is the freeholder tutorial person, which was where I was sent next. So we will figure out exactly what this wants us to do. Gatherers, refiners, collectively called freeholders. He told me good morning. Hello. Might not be as flashy as wizardry or as violent as deeds of steel. Can be quite lucrative. Of course, that requires you to actually have people playing to buy them. So we're going to go ahead and reach into here. Now we have to go to next NPC, and it should have marked for me, which we are going to go straight into the current head. Here we are. Trying to find, I had noticed before they were, there we go. This did not used to exist, but on the minimap it actually is placing where you are supposed to go now with your quest. So that actually is a nice addition. Before it was a lot of, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be. And this just gives a little bit more direction. Which some people might say, it's a sandbox game, what do you need direction for? I have a lot of thoughts on that. I should make an actual little minute or two video on my opinions. I don't believe people really want a sandbox game, not the majority of people. So there needs to be some sort of direction. And here we are. Greetings, stranger. Well, hello. Get the expert items from the chest. We just did. Use the tailor facility to craft some wool mitten. Okay. So we are going to go on over here. And again, we do not click on the machines like you would probably expect. Instead, we run up here to the door. I don't know why, but that does give us where we need to be for the quest. So wool mittens. Okay. We need 6 coarse yarn, which I should actually have. I don't know what just happened, so we're going to go back there. Clicking on here will, I right-clicked on this spot here, shows up what I actually have I can use. I have 10 coarse yarn, so it needs 6 of them. And this tells us a little bit about what we're going to get. Tier 1 utility item improves active utilities, gives them the fleet keyword, which we'll hopefully learn more about later. We're going to put all 6 in there. Once we're done, it is going to go to our vault, not to the character. I'm not sure why that is. That's kind of strange. It does not give us the time to create, but we'll see what it comes up to be. 10 minutes remaining. That's right. So we are going to sit here for 10 minutes, and I don't know what we're going to do. This was something that I was kind of annoyed about the very first time I played Pathfinder and was exploring. I love crafting. I love the idea of crafting. I think Dave Georgeson said it perfectly. Crafters, those people are the social backbone of MMORPGs. Those are the group who are most likely to be the, social interactive, the most likely to create events, guilds, have people come together. They really are sort of the backbone. So anytime I go into a new game, crafting is a big part of what I look at. it's an important part. I'll just leave it there. Now, there's a lot that ties into it: combat, um, arts, going out, actually finding materials for you. You should be able to in turn create some sort of economic system where you can buy these materials from the people that go out and actually perform combat, and you just sit back and craft and do your thing. That also requires, obviously, an auction house or some sort of transaction unit where what you're creating is being bought by people. The biggest problem most games have is that requires actually having some form of population. And for various different reasons, most games do not carry the population needed to sustain a thriving crafting part of the game. Or there are other reasons as well I could think of. One, no item decay, things over time build up, you bottom out prices, everyone can be everything. There's a variety of different reasons, but the bulk of what I'm trying to get at is that crafting to me is an essential part of a game. If done very well, brings in the type of people you need to have a functioning game long term. That brings me back to Pathfinder. One of the things that just annoyed the hell out of me, and I don't know, I could see where, well, one of the things that annoyed me was the time frame it takes to create and craft. I do not like the idea of insta-crafting. I do not like World of Warcraft's strategy of you have the items, click a button, it's done, and you power level through your crafting, you get the skill points you need, and you're done. I don't like that. That, again, I think degrades crafting overall and the economy, the people involved. But I don't also like the idea of lengthy periods to craft one specific item. Um, I mean, I think there should be some effort put into it. Should it be the same as, well, this person spent 2 hours in a dungeon crawl to get the item I need, so it's going to now take me 2 hours to craft this single item with the components they brought me? I don't think so. I think that tends to be more boring. I think crafters would leave your game. Um, at least with combat, when you're going through the dungeon crawl, you have a lot of active things to do. With crafting, on the other hand, I cannot move until this is completed. At least that's my understanding. So, I'm stuck here now talking for 10 minutes for this video. You can fast forward, by the way, if you want. That just, I don't think is a good long-term solution. And when I first played Pathfinder about a year ago, I think it was February when I first bought into early enrollment, one of the first things I did was go to look at creating bows and arrows, something very simple. And I went to make my first set of arrows, and it's not like I'm making hundreds of arrows at once. It's a very low quantity, but it was taking 15 minutes to create. I don't remember if it was 15 minutes, but it was a long time to create a very simple component. Now, I never have explored further to see, well, can you recapture those arrows? What can you do with them once you use them, or are they gone? But to me, that seems mind-boggling that it would take that long in a game setting to create arrows. Now, again, I understand there needs to be challenge and effort, and you don't want markets flooded, but there needs to be a balance. And I don't think Pathfinder at this stage has found that balance. As evidenced by now, we are only 5 minutes through the crafting process for one pair of wool mittens. If you are going to put something like this, then we need to be able to kind of, what's the phrase, set it and forget it. It's going to pop up in our vault anyways. Let me leave this screen and go do something else. I, again, have not explored whether that's actually possible. I suppose I should probably shut up and try, but at this stage I've already made it 4 minutes remaining, so I'm not going to. I just think it does not allow your community to grow. You add into it, you have a low population game anyways, and it's just a disaster. I mean, why craft? You don't have the people to buy it anyways. So really you're left crafting for yourself. Now there are a lot of guild equivalent people that have played this game. I don't know how active they are anymore. I know early on there were large groups of them. Maybe within that sort of structure, you can get a little bit further. But it just still blows my mind why they would enforce upon you some sort of lengthy process like this. One game I've played that I actually enjoy what they are starting to do. It is a lengthier process than World of Warcraft. The game is actually called Novus Inceptio. I have some videos if you want to watch them. It is currently in early access. It's being developed by a very small group, so things will probably move slowly, but one of the first things they've done is put it in crafting before combat. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. They have both, but crafting is by far ahead of combat in terms of game development and iterations. I think that's a smart move, but what they're doing is actually adding stages within a finished product to craft a weapon. You need to actually make let's say an axe. You need to make the axe blade. You need to make the handle. You need to actually make the string that ties the two together. And each component does not take forever to create, but you have steps in between that do lengthen the process, but also keeps it within a normal time frame. Their system gets a little bit old when you have to create, 10 different strings and you have 4 different subcomponents on below that. They don't have bulk crafting yet, which I think will eventually help that out. But each step of their crafting system, you have quality and quality affects outcome, and each stage has its own sort of quality that does build upon the first. I really like that idea, and I think that helps add a little bit more challenge and thought into the crafting process. It extends the time it takes to make a finished product, but not a great deal. Equally, it also adds many different stages in which you need components that you can either get yourself or rely on others. Now, the game that I speak of is in early access, so the other thing about it right now is it is planned to be an MMORPG, but it's not actually currently. You don't have the multiplayer component that you need, but that's a system I wish more MMORPGs or MMOs would actually build upon. There's a whole lot of other things that go into this, and it's not just Pathfinder. It's a lot of other games. Having the population right now, the market is just flooded with not great, maybe not even good, but okay games that pull people here and there for a month at a time. So not no one, but the bulk of people, I think, jump game to game. You can see my videos. I mean, there's really been nothing that's captured my attention completely. And when you have that lack of a steady population, that does make economy and crafting harder. But I should probably put that into its own video. Maybe one day I will. But it did get us through about the 10-minute mark, so we have 15 more seconds and full mittens will be done. Hopefully if you took a bathroom break, you're back. Got some beer like I did, you're drinking it. And this is taking a third of the time that I've allotted for this video. Oh, we're done. Good. Okay, it's now in our vault. So we're going to leave here. We need to go pick it up. So, we have to go back to the quartermaster. Still have not learned exactly where I'm going. Pick up our mini-map. I don't know why it's telling me to go back to the quartermaster when it's actually in the bank. Tell us why. Here we go. And I don't know why this is not part of the actual crafting. Okay, completed. So that's gathering, refining, and the crafting process. Okay. Is that it? You're not sending me anywhere else that I can tell. I really do not care to be a weaver. Scavenger. That actually is not bad because I have used the scavenging wool. I don't know that I have gained back some experience. I did turn this character onto the gaining experience character. Again, to explain that for people who don't know, the experience gained is different than almost every other game out there. It actually gains offline and online at a steady pace. That's not based on what you create or the combat you partake in. Um, you can only train experience on one character at a time, so I actually have two characters right now. First, I created way back in February. It only accrued experience until my sub ran out, but it's, I think, sitting at 46,000. I started off with 1,000, used before 100 of it through the tutorial process, and I've now gained back some of it in the last 24 hours. I'm actually going to chain this because I will be in the scavenger. Effect. What do I need? I don't know exactly what that means, but I again don't really know that I care too much about weaving just yet. Let me go up here and see if there's just the coarse yarn. So because it does take some experience, let's do it again. Quite a chunk. I'm not going to deal with that just yet. But you can learn various different ones. Here. Oh, no, here. Leather worker. So I could again do that as well. You can train and everything, but again, it costs experience, and you can see going leatherworker 1 to 2, the XP cost is quite a bit. I couldn't do that now. It's quite a big difference. So. I did craft some gloves. Oh, that guy's glowing, which tells me there is a quest. Let's see what it is. Escalation tutorial. Maybe I should do a separate video for that. In fact, I think I will. So I'm going to cut this off and we'll come right back to this escalation tutorial on another video. So I hope you enjoyed watching the fact that this is a 18-minute video and 10 minutes of it was me talking about crafting while you watched crafting. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's not create a second video. All right, down to the south, we have a problem with the Bloodbriar Goblin. Let's accept that. Interact with Hornkeep Scouts. Oh. Back to the world map. See if. Oh. How to read that. So we're gonna go on down here. Puts it on the map, and we'll see how long it takes to run there. But we'll get there. Kill 10 Bloodbriar. I actually still haven't even finished my. I'm gonna look at something. I have not finished this one. Let's actually go do that first. Down. Actually, along the way. What of Colts? Oh. Goblins. I did have about 4. 5. We basically went. So, along the way there should be nodes. That I will try to find. Another glowy person. Ah, rogue tutorial. Go with that. Not some. And I'm pretty certain you can go do all of these. Rogue tutorial. But again, that will require to have the appropriate problem experienced. I do not. We're about to cross into here where there should be some pulses. Bowser node. But this is oof. And I wish the animations had I showed a progress bar or something. Doesn't. Uncanny. Oh, I'll take it. Okay, now we're looking for some cultists. Let's kill 10 of them as we learn our way of the woods. The other thing that is nice that they've changed, hey look, yeah. When I had played this before, there were NPCs everywhere. You couldn't run anywhere without being attacked, which was really annoying. Here. So these would be what we want to kill. Now the question is, can I take 2 of them? Because changing color of the name. So I'm just spamming my 1 key. That actually worked out. Okay. I don't know if I got anything from them. Bag of healthy stuff. Proper coin. Disciple simple charm. Intact bloodstone. Doctor holdout. Don't know what any of this is. Toolkit. Maneuver. Ooze acid, a level 1. Interesting. Secret job. Windows, novices, charge chip. I've gained a little bit of stuff. Hydraulic push. Do I not have? Assuming that has some sort of push. Alright, so we have 2 of them. Let's find some more here. And we'll do some nodes if we throw this over here. And a node. Haven't you? Actually, 2. One of which is here. I'm gonna go get the wool. Got a single. Right. Let's do. A lot of wool. Okay. That's pretty easy. Sure wire how. We're down here. This will take out these first. Not sure what sound I just got. I just noticed they actually have two. Oh. I can see both. And I wish I was able to know what. Node. A couple more to the south. So, should I actually choose to get into crafting more, despite the fact that it takes for freaking ever, have a little bit of wool. Hey, superior wool. Is there anything left? Try to find, so we've killed 5, so. Some over here in the distance. Ooh, a whole lot. Big old group. Those are goblins. Okay. Care about yet, I don't think. Yeah. Things everywhere. Okay. I don't know how big a groups I can take at this stage. Oh. That's a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like to be just 3. Let's try them out. Three's not so bad. I could not have been able to do that in the beginning, so they've definitely improved. Or I don't know if you would call it improving it, but they've definitely changed. Forester mode. Able to do that one. They've definitely changed the difficulty. Look, group of 2. I need 2. Now the question: do I want to go down here to this other tutorial or not? I've already made the run down here. Leaves, chemical, and 1. All I can get out of that. Another one has spawned right here. Donna Bear. Interesting. Let's get you dead. Let's get you dead. Pretty potent spell. Shit out of him. Arcane Expert 2. Cult Slayer 1. Right. There are the 10. So now it's telling me to go down to the Escorial. Scavenger. We're going to go there. I'm already down here. I might as well do it. No, I said I was probably going to cut out about right now. But what the hell? Let's run on down next. Oh, what's on the road here? 2 guards. Run down to the X. How long I can sprint for? See bars? More of those cult things. As I run through here, more nodes. Oh, here's a goblin. My trying to get to the scout. Nodes, I'm going to bypass them now because I not plan this long. Right, we are into the new hex. Scout is there. They are. Right. Little encampment. I need to speak to. Look me. Kill 10 goblins. There's an active escalation in the hex at your current location. Up arrow symbol will pop right up. Yes. So, apparently need to kill goblins. That is a big freaking group of goblins. This is what appears to be 4. I don't know if I can take. So, see exactly how tough these are. Ah, that did not remove much of his health. I'm not thinking I can take 4 of these. I'm not sure I can take 1 of these. Get the node, dude. Not close enough? What's going on? I got quite a bit more coin. Tokens, I'm not sure what to do with them yet. So he kicked my ass pretty good. What that makes me think, there's a group of 4. They're definitely probably gonna do that. This tutorial will have to wait until I have a little bit more power over the group. Dealt a group. We did complete Wizard. So let's go back and turn that in and see where it gets us. That is 2 hexes away. It's a little bit of a run. I do not, admittedly, know a lot about the system. Um, you can see in the map there are several different areas, various groups can come in. Guild groups, I don't think guilds can come in and actually claim areas. Assuming. All right, halfway through next hex, and we'll be back around Thornkeep. And most of that stuff in my inventory, I'm not sure if I need to keep it. I don't know what I'm going to be expected with it. Striking. Wizard level 2. You can see in the short time that we've been gaining my tab. Here. If just hit me, what's happening? Oh, goblin. Not paying attention. Let's show. Not quite there yet. Of running. Be up here. This. Right, now what? Escalation tutorial here. Completed, excellent. Someone's making progress. Alright, am I supposed to do something? Now what? What? Kind of at a loss. I do. Oh. Those are two. Reason? There's the wizard trainer. Let's just let's run back there and see if that gives us any clues. Hopefully it does. Nothing glowing. Yeah, I'm just skipping most of these nodes for now. Increase my hit points. Trying that. That's about it. Sucks. There are some wizards around here. Or sorry, some goblins. I'm curious. This just says kill 10 goblins. I'm really curious. Or if it has to be in the current hex. Count. All right. Well, let's just do this real quick. Not freaking dead. Goblins. Where are more goblins? Be hard to find goblins in Pathfinder. Hey, who's that? A person. Another person. Somewhat of a rarity, actually. So I'm assuming now I will just go specialize as I happen to wander around and find any other specific quests. I want to finish this one first. Just to see if it offers up anything else. Goblin Slayer. Otherwise, might look at specializing, I guess, as a wizard. A war wizard or some of the others might be kind of fun. And a lot of nodes, I'm purposely skipping them. My aim right now is just to find two at least. Every. Okay, oh, and some more. That's a big. Well, there's more. Okay. Oh, that thorn keeps. Is all right. We're not going to I'm pretty, yeah. Oh, we're not going to do it. So, sadly, I guess that means we're done for now. This is where the sandbox part takes over, I guess. Maybe one of my next videos I'll actually log into my other character that has a ton of experience built up. And we'll just see kind of how far we can take him. Because otherwise, kind of stuck. These are all crafty. Remember right, the trainer, weapons trainer, not seeing anyone else glowing. Tell me that I have an important job. I do have that item in the bank. Maybe I'll run up there real quick. Folks. Auctioning. I actually have the sprint bound to control instead of shift, which is kind of throwing off. Those over here actually better though. Why there's a question mark. Okay. So that is where I'm going to end for now. My next step will, I guess, be trying to figure out what the hell I do next. You have that quest to turn in. That is quite a ways away, actually, to get there. No running north, I'll be able to run into some other trainers. My own wizard trainer is not giving me much of anything to do. I believe up here. Yeah, you have different trainers. Sure. Somewhere there was a war wizard. I don't remember where though. Yeah. Love the idea of war. I'm gonna look at what he's got. What else is over here? War wizard. Library. Fighter College, Wizard Academy, Rogue Trainer. Actually, the Wizard Academy might be where I want. Right here. Some guards. Oh. Right, wizard armor. Conjure. Keyword. So we're going to have a lot trying to discover what. There's a lot that went into. And lastly, I'm going to go look. What this war wizard. Where was he? You got it. Base attack. Main attack. This is going to get into, so here's minor, it's arcane. We're going to want to understand what is the arcane. Oh, if I want to go the way of the war wizard, this is where I would come. They're all different spells that I could look at using. So, got a lot of exploring to do. We'll probably go the way of the war wizard. So, thanks for watching. 30-minute stream recording turned into 52. But hopefully enjoyed it. And again, Pathfinder Online. As always, the game is in somewhat of a dire, troubled situation, possibly turning around, unknown currently. So think about that twice before you buy into playing. Because come next year, the game may or may not actually still be here. But anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out, folks.